When we started uploading videos, isa sa mga comment na natanggap namin ay,
magtrabaho ka na lang, te. Dami mong alam.
aray ko. Masakit yun, ha?
Medyo.
Pero we took it lightly at dinedma namin para hindi na lang humaba ang usapan. And by the way, my name is Rose.
And I'm Chen.
And today, we will be discussing 3 intelligent ways on how to handle
Low blow criticism. Kaya ka hindi nabubuntis kasi ang taba mo. Meron akong isang friend, in-invite niya ako para pumunta sa isang product seminar nila. So sabi niya, mag-invite pa daw ako ng iba. So naisip ko, isama yung kapatid ko.
Okay.
So yun, attend nga kami. Masaya naman, dami kami natutunan. And then, nung palabas na kami at pauwi na, and that's when she dropped the bomb. Kaya ka pala hindi nabubuntis kasi ang taba-taba mo.
Ano sabi mo?
Ako, nagulat din ako. Tapos sabay tingin ako sa kapatid ko.
I was about to ask, yeah. Ano sabi ng sister mo?
Nakita ko lang wala siyang reaction. Pero medyo nag-smirk yung mukha niya.
Why did your friend say that?
Ako, nung iniisip ko yan, siguro parang out of desperation. Sorry for the word. Pero it's her way para ma-convince yung kapatid ko na bilhin na yung product. It's about weight loss kasi. Maraming nagsasabi, kunahin mo na lahat, wag lang yung weight ng isang tao. Lalo na pag sa babae.
Yes,
very sensitive tayo sa mga ganyan.
Tina kayo, what happened?
Wala lang, tahimik lang. Pero eto, after a few months, nagkita kami. Nag-exercise siya. Tapos, susunod nun, sumali siya sa marathon. Tapos, sunod, nag-duathlon and then nag-triathlon. Little did I know, nagkaroon pala ng impact sa kanya yung sinabi ng friend ko. And that's when she told me na, I think almost a year pa, bago niya nasabi sa akin na, it was because of that statement. Kaya gusto niyang mag-lose ng weight. Mas na-motivate siya. Nakakatuwa kasi sobrang surprising. Kasi hindi talaga siya yung athletic type. Pero, wow, grabe. Talagang yung sumali siya sa duathlon and then triathlon, dun nabilib talaga ako sa kanya. And up to now, nag-exercise pa rin siya. At hindi na natigil yung part na yun.
And that particular way of handling criticism, kasi masakit yun eh. Yung sabihin ka na kaya hindi ka nagkakaanak kasi ang taba-taba mo. Diba? It's a low-blow criticism. And her way to handle it, rather than being emotional, she turned it into motion.
Yes, naging very active siya into working out. Tapos, masali siya ng mga events. Nagulat talaga kami nun. So, for 2 years, naging very active siya sa pagiging athletic, sa pagsali-sali ng mga iba't ibang marathon.
And that's a good thing about handling criticism, low-blow criticism, from emotion to motion. It's okay to be emotional.
Yes.
Just as long as we're gonna be able to do something about it in action. And what your sister did was, it's one way for me na, oo, nasaktan ako sa sinabi mo, but this is what I'm going to do.
Yeah. May gusto siyang patunayan, pero naging beneficial sa kanya na gusto kong patunayan na ganito. I don't know kung yun exactly, pero yun yung interpretation ko sa naging behavior niya.
And until now, it's really beneficial to her kasi until now, nag-exercise pa rin.
Yes.
So, naging motivation yung nangyari sa kanya rather than a distraction.
Yes. Yung mga sinabi ng kaibigan ko sa kanya, hindi niya binigyan ng power yun. Instead, she empowered herself with those words.
Para ka naman bago ng bago sa process. Imagine those are the words na maririnig mo sa supervisor mo. Being ako in a customer service industry for 16 years. Tapos biglang makakarinig ako ng ganong klase ng words sa isang supervisor nung nag-start ako magtrabaho sa bahay.
Bakit pa niya nasabi yun?
Kasi there was this customer kung saan I'll make sure that everything will be provided to the customer process-wise, information-wise, kasi as much as possible, ayaw natin may ma-escalate. So, what happened was, sinabi ko kay customer na ganito, ito yung shipping label, saan niya isi-send or what not yung product kasi return na siya. Unfortunately, hindi ko nasabi kay customer na kailangan niya magbayad nung return label. That's the only thing that I forgotten, which I totally understand na napaka-importante ng information. Nagulat na lang ako during our coaching session. Nasabi niya, napakinggan niya pala yung call ko kasi escalate yung customer because babayad siya ng shipping fee. And ako ko yung huling nag-handle dun sa customer. So therefore, ako yung nirereklamo technically. So during the coaching session, sabi niya sa akin, what happened to this? So in-explain ko naman. So hindi ako nagsinungaling, inamin ko, I admitted na nagkamali ako, nakalimutan ko itong ganito, and moving forward, this is what I'm going to do. So I provided my commitment. And I thought, with that particular conversation, tapos na kami, okay na, move on na. Hala, babalik-balik pa rin siya dun sa scenario na yun.
Yung pagkakamali mo, in short, parang mas in-emphasize.
So parang dun lang siya nag-focus. Yung 45-minute coaching, parang dun lang na-focus. Ako kasi personally, I don't want to be in that kind of coaching session na parang puro mali ko yung sinasabi. Kasi at the end of the day, coaching is all about empowering. Diba? What I did was, what do you want me to do pa po ba? So I asked the question na dun sa supervisor ko. Hindi wala siyang masabi sa akin. And the reason why I did that, it's because for that particular low-blow criticism, at saka yung the way na ako kino-coach, we really need to ask clarity. Ano ba yung kailangan pa namin gawin? Ano ba yung kailangan ko pang gawin? And then he said, basta next time ganito. Yes po, naiintindihan ko na po. Can we just simply move on? Do you have any other thing pa po that you would like to discuss? And then I was so honest to him, kasi po, pasensya ka na. This coaching is no longer empowering. I told him that this is interrogating. Parang hindi ko po nakikita yung essence ng coaching. And then that's when he stopped. After 45 minutes of that coaching, sabi niya, sige, okay na tayo, tapos na tayo kasi lagpas na tayo sa 45 minutes. And that's it. Wala akong nakuhang commitment. And is it really about the way I told him na ganun ko nararamdaman yung coaching. Hindi. Kapag nakakarinig tayo ng parang malabo, malabo yung sinasabi sa atin, malabo yung gustong makuha sa atin, ask clarity. Lalo na kapag sinabi ka, parang kang bago ng bago sa process, hindi naman po ako nababaguhan dun sa process. Nagkamali lang ako. And kung sa tingin mo, hindi ko pa rin nagagawa ng tama, ano yung gusto mong gawin?
Na wala naman siya sinabi.
Wala siyang sinabi.
Sa part mo naman, nagkaroon ka naman ng admission of your mistake.
Yes.
Which is, meron kang accountability.
Yes. And I took responsibility of that. Kung halimbawa, kailangan akong bigyan ng sanction, bigyan ako ng incident report because of what I did, I'm willing to accept it because I made a mistake.
Okay.
Kapag ka nakaka-receive tayo ng mga low blow criticism na ganito, hindi natin kailangan patulan, but instead, it'll be a lot better for us to ask clarity. Ano ba yung gusto nating talagang puntahan? Ano ba talaga yung gusto nating gawin? Ano ba talaga yung gusto nating ma-achieve?
Research shows that people improve faster with constructive feedback. So, paano mo ba malalaman kung constructive o destructive?
Yes.
Constructive feedback builds up a person, while destructive feedback builds down a person. Lalo na pag masakit, nade-demoralize yung isang tao.
Yes. And worse, they will not do their job properly.
Wala kang alam, matagal na kami sa negosyo na to.
Oh.
I have a relative before na very problematic siya sa cash flow nung business nila, business water station. Kasi napansin niya for 3 years, every time na lang nabababa siya, mag-i-invest daw siya na mag-i-invest palagi ng 1 million.
Oh, wow.
So, hindi niya alam saan napupunta o ano nangyayari sa negosyo niya.
Water station, 1 million.
Every time nang bababa siya from Barco. So, what happened then? Hinire niya ako to check, to observe, and all that. And after 6 weeks of observing, marami akong nalaman na mga hocus-pocus and all. And then, yung mga utang, dahan-dahan naming nabawi.
Nasa surface.
Oo. Kaya lang, hindi lang naman siya yung boss. Ang pinaka-tumatao talaga din is yung anak. Umabot sa point na parang naging argumentative na. And then, we had an argument about it and then, yun yung sinabi sa akin. Matagal na daw sila sa business. Wala daw akong alam. Nung isa sa mga anak niya. So, sabi ko, okay, that's why, sinabi ko na lang sa kanya yung mga observation ko, yung mga reports and all. So, sabi ko, ito lang yung pwede nilang gawin. Kasi one of the things na na-discover ko is yung isang account, 5 apelido yung nakapangalan. Isang account. So, ang buhay kasi ng water station is nasa containers.
Na containers, yes.
So, dun sila medyo nag-invest na maraming beses.
So, that's why
kasi
naglalabas na palagi ng pera. So, ano nangyari?
So, yun, umalis ako sa kanila. Pero bago ako umalis, nag-iwan muna ako ng findings dun sa uncle ko. And then, wala na ako narinig after. Then, syempre, kamag-anak din. Parang after a few years, narinig ko na lang, nagsara na sila.
Oh, I see. So, technically, hindi tinuk nung son yung observation mo.
Oo, parang hindi naman nila consider din.
I see. So,
but it made a good impact dun sa paniningil ha. Ang dami namin nasingil nung span of 4 weeks. But may mga negosyante kasi na ayaw nilang napupuna sila.
Lalo na kapag matagal na sila sa business.
And even yung mga bago pa lang na-encounter natin na wala pa nga 1 taon tapos bibigyan ng mga feedback, pinamasama nila at talagang they're taking it personally instead of take it sana for the business. It's not because of the person. It's because of the business kasi maapektuhan. Hindi lang naman siya, pati yung mga customer niya, and then yung mga nagtatrabaho for him.
Having said that, Chen, nung narinig mo yung low blow criticism na yun, na parang tagal na kami sa business na to, ikaw baguhan pa lang. How did you feel about it?
Well, I used that criticism to bounce back.
Nice.
Nilista ko ano yung mga dapat kong matutunan. Tapos, isa sa mga i-make sure ko, next time that I got into yung ganong klaseng transaction, is everything must be written. Yung scope of work or support ko, dapat nakasulat din. Documented.
Malinaw. And actually, if you have provided to them, yung constructive criticism na binigay mo sa kanila based on your observation was actually used for the benefit of or for the betterment sana ng business, I don't think, or will be closed.
Maraming factors din, hindi lang naman yun eh. Pero, masarap sana yung gagawin doon kasi nakikita ko na pwede pang mag-grow. Tapos nakita ko talaga na sumusunod yung tao and then kulang lang talaga ng follow-up and monitoring yung part yan. So if it's not meant, may marami talagang hiccups.
That's right.
At saka hindi lang naman ako yung decision maker nung time na yun.
You're actually working with 2 bosses.
Yes.
Technically. It is common to react to certain criticism kasi it hurts us emotionally. Totoo naman yun. Lalo na kapag may mga ganun klase ng feedback na parang, sino ka ba para magsabi sa amin na ito yung nangyayari, ganyan.
Lalo na family business.
Oo. Matagal na kami dyan. Alam na namin yan. And as a project manager kasi before, we dealt with business owners, customers, na talagang, nandun talaga sila sa hesitation to take your feedback, to take your constructive criticism. Kahit constructive criticism pa yan, minsan hindi talaga nila tatanggapin.
And yun nga, lagi nating sinasabi, it's common that criticism, whether it's good or bad, will bruise the ego of a person receiving it.
That's right. And if we're in the middle of this, receiving low blow criticism, there are 3 ways for us to handle it intelligently. Number 1, emotion to motion. Number 2, ask clarity. And
Number 3, use feedback to bounce back. So when I heard that low blow criticism, instead of attack or fight back, I bounce back.
And rather than being emotional, you convert it into emotion. You put it into action. Marami ako natutunan dito sa business na to. Sa experience na to. And you've used it sa mga naging client mo pa, right? After that, diba? Being a project manager. And if meron mga bagay na hindi natin naiintindihan, especially if it is a low blow criticism, again, ask clarity. And then use that criticism to bounce back. I remember one time na inaikwento ka about a certain pastor, Chen.
Oo. Isa sa mga shinare niya sa amin habang nagpipreaching siya. So yung son daw niya, nag-scroll, nanonood ng video, and then after watching that video, lumapit sa kanya yung son niya, and then sabi daw nung son niya, Dad, I like this video so much, but I wonder why it got a dislike icon noon. Kasi dati nag-appear pa yung dislike.
Yes.
Diba? And then sabi ng pastor, that's normal, anak. We cannot please everybody. And
That's right.
so even if the video is nice, not all people will like it.
Well, we hope that you're going to be able to like this video. But of course, once we receive criticism, whether it is constructive or destructive, it's up to us kung ano yung tatanggapin natin.
Yes.
We should know how to filter it because not all criticism is constructive, maybe destructive, at tignan natin kung ano yung makakatulong sa atin o hindi.
Depende talaga yun kung paano natin siya i-interpret.
Yes.
Have you received any low blow criticism lately? Share it on the comment section below.
If there's anything that resonates to you on this video, let us know as well in the comment section below.
I hope marami kayong natutunan dito sa video namin. Maraming salamat sa oras nyo.
Maraming salamat. Till next time, God bless. Bye!